and Deputy Governor, Zimbabwean management, Director here, members of the press, very good morning to you. It's now afternoon, right? Thank you very much for coming to this launch of the gold coin that we released today in the market. So pursuant to the resolution by the Mandate Post Committee on the 24th of July 2022, and also the bank press statement that we did on the 4th of July 2022, the bank is today released the first batch of 2,000 Moswa Junior gold coins in the market. Local agents commence selling the gold coins on an agency basis at the initial price of 1,823.80 cents per gold coin, or it's Zimbabwean equivalent of $805,745.35. Gold coins, as you have already advised you, can also be purchased in domestic currencies such as South African rand. You can also buy them in Botswana pula. Oh, sorry. So, what was that?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Once again, good afternoon to you all, and we want to welcome you to the Reserve Bank, and I want to recognize the Governor who is here, Dr. Chipika, and the members of the Reserve Management team, yourselves, all the members of press. Thank you for coming to the launch of the Moswa Junior gold coin that started selling today in the market. Pursuant to our resolution of the Mandate Policy Committee of 24 July 2022, and also our bank's press statement of 4 July 2022, the bank is today released the first batch of 2,000 Moswa Junior gold coins in the market. Local agents commenced selling the gold coin on an agent's basis at the initial price of $1,823.80 per gold coin, or $805,745.35, using the willing buyer, willing seller selling rate as at Friday, this last Friday. Gold coins can also be purchased in domestic currencies such as the South African rand, Botswana pula, Australian dollar, British pound, and euro. The bank shall publish from tomorrow, 26th of July 2022, the Moswa Junior gold coin price by 8 a.m. on a daily basis, which shall be based on the previous day London Bullion Market Association LMBA PM6 this afternoon, so that's 5% to cover the cost of production and distribution of the gold coins. As you are aware, which is I would advise you, the gold coins have the following specifications. Number one, denominated in 1 ounce gold for the time being, because you might always increase the number of, reduce the weight, so that this everyone can also be able to purchase. So it's like 1 ounce, quarter, and 3/4 as time goes. Metal gold is there, and purity 22 carats, which is 91.67% purity. The diameter is 32 millimeters, and weight 33.93 grams, and the shape is round. So they look like this. So when you sell them, the gold coins will be like this. Plastic, for Reserve Bank plastic, and the gold coins will be like this. And this is definitely pure gold, minted, and distributed to Zimbabwe. This is what they look like. As we have advised you before, again, the gold coins, they can be used for the liquid asset status, meaning that they are liquid. Prescribed asset status for those pensioners that want to buy them, the pension companies, they use them, the prescribed asset status. Collateral acceptability, they agreed, they are accepted as collateral if you want to borrow from a bank or from any person you can give them as a security, as collateral. They are tradable, you can trade them in the market. And their serial number. The serial number is, by the way, is on the edge of of this gold coin. The age, there's a serial number there. So the first one, we say Z, 5 zeros and a 1. That will be the first gold coin. So we continue Z for Zimbabwe, and 0, 0, 0, 5 zeros, up to then the number at the end. So that is this bearer certificate here is security document. If you look at it, you see the security figures as already advised in the press. So what we have done is that today we have gone through all the agents, all the banks. Most of our agents are banks, and we have distributed throughout the head offices of banks. The banks are the ones that shall now proceed to dispense or disperse those gold coins to their branches. So sometimes you could go to your bank today and you find that your branch do not have the gold coins by now. It's because there is a certain distribution channel that each bank, which agent will use. But other the head offices, they will be supplied with the gold coins. The gold coins, as we have advised you before, are a good alternative investment product for those who want to store value. Gold is a safe and secure reserve asset throughout the whole world. You are aware that a number of countries, they hold gold as a reserve asset. You are looking at countries like in the USA, for example, they've got more than 8,000 metric tons of gold as gold reserves. The likes of France, Italy, Russia, they've got more than 2,000 of gold. Germany, they've got more than 3,000 reserves of gold. So what is true for countries is also true for individuals. So it means as an individual as you are, you can also hold the gold coin as a store of value. The bank would like to remind the investment public that purchases or purchase of the gold coin will be done in line with KYC principles, in line with know your customer principles, in line with customer due diligence, so that at least the banks will need to know, or the agents need to know who they are selling to. Because Zimbabwe is a member of FATF, and therefore we need to have best practice to ensure that we don't sell our gold to people who do not know. In this regard, the bank will also not allow banks to lend for purposes of purchasing gold coins, as this will put pressure on the ability of banks to settle their transactions at the central bank. If a commercial bank provides a loan to an individual or a company to purchase gold coins, they are endangering themselves, because at the end of the day, they might not necessarily be able to meet their settlement platform in the bank to ensure that they clear their transactions, because they've got other transactions that they need to clear the bank. Furthermore, the bank will also not allow liquidation of block funds for purposes of buying gold coins. Since the government has already put in place a resolution framework for dealing with the block funds under Finance Act number 7 of 2021, whereby the government has made a determination of how it will liquidate block funds. The bank shall also be releasing the gold coins going forward on a demand basis, depending on the needs of the agents as they see it fit in the market, and then we'll be able to supply on a replenishment basis. So the banks themselves, agents as they are called, they're not supposed to buy for themselves. They're supposed to sell to their customers, either companies or individuals or corporates in any manner. That's what you're going to be doing. So I want to thank you very much for coming, and also to take any question that you might have. Thank you very much. Yes.
Renzo from Bloomberg. You mentioned that you released only 2,000 coins. Do you see yourselves increasing? Probably can you give us a sense of the time frame in terms of increasing that first batch, rather production as well?
We've minted more than 2,000. But what we've taken today to market is 2,000. So that at least we see how they fare. And then I said that because we've allocated a certain number of gold coins to the institutions, depending on their size. So when that happens, therefore, it means that each bank When they run dry, then they now come to us, then we continue to replenish them. So we've got sufficient gold coins that are available to the market. So what we've done is the initial tranche, which we put in market today is 2,000. Subsequent replenishments will be on a need basis, on a demand basis. Yes, sir.
Ishmael Funjiko, I'm a freelancer. Can somebody use mobile money to buy Bitcoin?
Yes, you can. Ishmael. That's why I said there's this KYC. Depending whether you've got the money in the account and of course the source of money is your mobile money. Mobile money or mobile banking is one of the ways we transmit in Zimbabwe. With either mobile money or mobile banking or the bank, the fiscal banking, or you can have your account. So yes, mobile banking money is also good money. Yeah. We are in a financial inclusion.
I was going to ask another question.
It's okay.
Which is, you made this announcement in relationship to hyperinflation. To what extent do you think this is going to push inflation down? Thank
you very much for that question again. Very simple. The purpose of these gold coins is multi-purpose. The first purpose is to ensure that those people who want to store their value, because we know that in Zimbabwe, there are two demands for foreign currency. The first demand for foreign currency is called import demand, where people, individuals, companies come to the central bank to the auction or go to banks looking for foreign currency to secure imports of goods and services. That's an import demand. The second demand in Zimbabwe for foreign currency is the store value demand. When people go to the foreign market to look for foreign currency in the search for store value. And people do so because of the people, because of what we went through in the past, whereby because of hyperinflation, the losing of money through country reforms, people they now therefore go to the foreign market to look for money as a store value. It's for foreign as a store value. Now, we are now providing that store value to ensure that people do not go to run to the foreign market to search for foreign currency as a store value. And there is no another better product that can be used as a store of value other than gold. And therefore it means that because we do respect the people of Zimbabwe, we know what we're going through in terms of the fear factor of losing value, and therefore we are providing this gold coin, it's a genuine gold coin, to ensure that at least you serve and you invest there. And therefore by also using the willing buy, willing sell official exchange rate, it means that there is no need for any person to go and buy your currency at 600 or 700 in the foreign market, where you can buy your coin in the store of value at a price of formal price in the market. So what it means that what we expect to see is that we see stabilization in the exchange rate, and therefore by extension the pass-through effects into the pricing system will go down, and therefore we expect to see a price stability in the economy. And these coins are going to absorb the excess liquidity in the market, whereby the excess liquidity or excess in dollars, which was chasing the money in the foreign market, won't be there, because it will now be in the gold coins. Yes?
There is a worry that looking at the disposable incomes of most ordinary Zimbabweans, what may be the target market for these coins, looking at that some of the Zimbabweans will not be able to participate?
Thank you very much. The first target, as I've said earlier, are the excess local currency balances that are chasing money in the market. And the people with the lower balances, they have no capacity to influence the parallel exchange. And therefore the first target, which we are doing for these purposes, is to ensure that those excess balances that keeps us awake by trying to see where the parallel is coming from. This is what the first target. The second target is also an area where we're now going to also put in place smaller denominations of gold coins to ensure that the rest of the public will also benefit. In any case, if the price stabilizes, even those people whom I told you about will also still benefit from the price stability in the economy. which is what we are asking for. That's why we are here at the central bank, is to focus on price stability and stabilize the financial market.
Yeah, thank you, Governor. I'm Owen from RBZ. If you look at the quotes for the gold coin this morning, it's going for 1.8 USD and 805,000 dollars. Are there no opportunities for arbitraging, given that the usual speculators would want to buy using local currency at the official rate and go and sell it in the market?
We are aware that Zimbabwe nowadays is an arbitrage economy, and we are also aware that there are people who have been circulating social media that people are going to be doing some arbitrage opportunities. You know what? Let me put it this clear. Who is going to buy your coin at higher than the price that the agents are buying it or are selling it? So this gold coin will remove those arbitrage opportunities to some extent, because you are also able to buy the same gold coin from an agent at the same price that you would have bought it. What this does is that it's going to increase or enhance the value of our local currency, first and foremost. And going forward, it means that those people with excess balances, they are going to be exhausted as they continue to buy the gold coins. And therefore, their degree of influence in the market also diminishes. Yes, ma'am.
Shigli, BBC News. Please can you explain just how transactionable this gold coin is? So for example, can I take it today and go into Pick and Pay and buy my groceries, and can I get change from it? How would that work?
Yes, it's possible. As we said, it's very liquid, it's tradable. You can use it first and foremost, it's collateral. For example, if you want to go and buy, say, on a loan of $1,000 US, you can give the bank the one coin as security, the collateral security. You can also exchange value if you want to buy, say, Pick and Pay the product, assuming that you've bought a grocery of 1,800, so you can redeem using that gold coin. And in terms of change, that's the second part, because if you buy a grocery, let's say 1,000, you want to change, it should be possible. But since it's a starting point, definitely as we go with these gold coins, more will be into play. So the answer is yes, you can do so. And it also depends also on the shop where you're buying from, where they've got the change that was sufficient to give you for your gold coin. Otherwise, the answer is yes.
It's Panonetsa AP. Are they being minted locally?
Gold coins are being minted by our Fidel Gold refiners, and Fidel Gold refiners, they mint locally, and also they use their partners and agents that they are using for minting these coins. The first batch will be minted outside of the country and using their agents. Thereafter, they'll be minted. We thought it was best to have a high, top-notch quality company that produces gold coins. So the first batch is coming from outside, using Fidelity Printers agencies.
Thank you very much, Kevin. You said the second batch will be targeting those with little local currency balances. Do you have a time frame when those gold coins, which cater for some people like myself,
people like yourself, Damo, people like yourself, Damo, and myself, we can also, there too, let me be very clear. The insurance companies and banks can do other products out of this gold coin. They can do what we call gold unit trust, whereby they do aggregation. The likes of Old Mutual, the likes of Fidelity, or Zimnat and others. This is an opportunity for them also to make money out of this product, whereby they can come up with a unit trust. Unit trust means an aggregation of those who are able to buy 1,800. And secondly, to answer your question specifically, within a month from now, we're able to also to do the lower denominations of gold coins.
Thank you very much, Governor. I'm Dyson Mourinho, 216 channel. Following up on privileges question, you say you've created about 2,000 gold coins.
No, I said we've dispersed. No, we've minted more than that, but we've dispersed 2,000 today.
So in the event that the demand for the coins increase, there's going to be a chance that some people are going to, there's a chance for arbitrage, for people to buy the gold coins and resell them at an inflated price. What are the mechanisms that you put in place to reduce or to curb that?
We are going to continuously watch the market. The return that we have sent to the banks today is that the banks will need to advise us on a daily basis how much they've sold to their customers. And on the basis of that projection, we'll be able to project and see what is the quantity of gold coins that are required in this economy on a going basis. If the ones that are printed, that are minting the coins, they've got a very fast turnaround. And therefore, we will be very happy that once they start selling, we won't have a start selling, because we want to avoid that arbitrage that we're talking about. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Governor. Sharara from Business Week. One of the speculars from the development was that this will be subject to quantity restrictions. Maybe you can give examples in terms of in what circumstances would there be quantity restrictions?
Where we do believe that someone's buying for speculative purposes, where we do believe that the source of funds are not a genuine source of funds, we have a right to refuse the agent to sell the quantity that the person or individual company is asking for. That's to do with the CDD, which is customer due diligence. If a person's salary is, say, 200,000, and you see a person tomorrow brings 1 million, that is called a suspicious transaction, which are therefore referred to FIU for further investigation and source of funds. This is why we're talking also about the government suppliers when they were making inroads into the farm market. Yes, next one.
Yes, I think all the coin was a little longer for the cameras. Tell us more on the pictures.
So if you could take it out of the plastic.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes.
Sorry, Governor, how much is the cost of producing ongoing?
How much?
The projected cost of the whole thing.
We are selling the cost at 5% above the international gold price of gold to take care of the cost of production and cost of distribution, which means that when you look at those figures, if they are so low, it means that the cost of production is also below 5%. And the other portion is also for the agent who is selling. So the agents are also getting something out of selling. So this is the gold way. So the front, as you can see, that's the
Thank you. Yeah, hold it for your wife. 1 minute. Hold it for your wife. A bit lower.
Pizza. Sir, over this side as well. This side. Thank you.
Another side of the point.
How many sides does it have?
Pizza. The other side of the point.
So they normally test gold by biting it.
Pizza.
A little closer to your face, sir.
To my face?
Yes, sir.
This one?
That one.
Smile. Smile.
Thank you, sir.
No, thank you very much.
What did you say?
No.
So can I take the
Yeah, sure.
Wanted to find out, so if you're allowing unitization, why can't you just list the coins on the stock exchange? And also just explain how you think that this will cut down on US dollar demand and store of value, because I think it will still be gained.
Thank you. Yes, the two questions that you raised are very important. The first one is listing on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. We'll be able to do so after the first trial that we are doing in terms of selling, and thereafter we look at investigate the best way, talking to the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange CEO and his team, and we'll be quite happy to look at how best we can forge as a team to ensure that the recent evidence of the Stock Exchange. And also, secondly, we do believe that this is why people are going to the power market. This is why people are going to the power market. It's because they want to store value. Those are the genuine people that are talking about. The people who are doing arbitrage, we don't believe that they are for that kind of money. So those ones who are really looking for a store of value, they will be able to purchase the gold coins, thereby reducing the demand for foreign currency in the power market. That's the way we look at it.
You're talking about the agents doing due diligence.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that I cannot just walk into the bank and buy.
You can, if you're a customer of that bank, for example, and if you're not a customer of that bank, the bank will ask you your source of funds. If you're not a bank man, then you take from mobile bank man. So on your cash, you need to know what is there. If you are using free funds, if you're getting that's okay. We allow free funds extent.
Some people are talking about authentication. Can you go to a third party to help?
Yes, you can. No, because since you're allowed to carry it yourself, there are two options.
No, before you buy.
Before you buy. Yeah. It's up to you. It's up to yourself. If you doubt, there's always doubting Thomas. Anyway, even during Jesus' time, they were doubting Thomas. That's why Thomas said, "Can I have touch the wall?" So there was because I think the best thing is they're doubting. They need to buy themselves, go and test it, and then they even burn it, fry it, and then after they melt it into gold, they take it back to Fidel Printers and take out the gold coin.
Hey, Governor, just wanted to clarify, why does the 180-day vesting period mean? Or is just RBZ payments on it?
The vesting period is on for it's on meant for the reserve being buying back from the market. So that those ones who, for example, who are going to buy them today, they need to trade it in the market, do whatever they want with it, other than saying back to the reserve bank after, then they can do it after 1 year. So that this will minimize arbitrage.
One more. Yes.
I think we are done. Colleagues, thank you very much for coming to the reserve bank. So the one question.
I wanted to ask, how sustainable is it, considering that you'll be buying the gold coins in mostly US dollars and then selling them at willing buyer, willing seller interbank rate, which is sort of like a discount when you look at where the exchange rate is in the foreign market?
Two things which you said. It is sustainable because not everyone is going to manage to buy the gold coins. Number one. Number two, the limiting factor is the quantity of money in the central bank which belongs to the banks. And the excess balance is that you put yourselves as individuals and companies. And therefore, it's not more about us just building gold coins from all the gold. You don't necessarily need all the gold. For example, a kind of gold will give you maybe more than 30,000 pieces of gold coins. It's this price, and that it's not the whole gold for Zimbabwe. But that quantity, it will take away all the distributors in this market. So that's the first part. Then the second part.
Maybe as a follow-up question, you are targeting, for example, those cash-rich individuals and institutions, some of them which have been named to say the government suppliers. So my question is, do we have sufficient capacity to meet their demands?
Yes, I'm saying that I will try to answer you in a financial manner. That the limiting factor is the value or the deposits of banks in the central bank. Why is it very important? If you go today to a bank, say Ghana RBZ or First Capital Bank, and purchase say 1 million worth of gold coins, it means we need debit the bank's account here at the Reserve Bank. And therefore, the maximum that we can debit today is $30 billion in this bank. So all those banks will be dry. They don't have money. That's why I said if they're going to give no overdrafts today, they are putting themselves into jeopardy because they won't be able to settle all the transactions in the Reserve Bank. And not all the transactions here are meant for settling gold coins. They want to settle their other TGS transactions. So the answer is that it's well sustainable. The fact is more than sustainable. Yes, one more.
Okay. I just wanted to find out, in your own words, would you call this a store of value? What happens when gold prices are going down? Like they're already down 16% of the year, and why would anyone buy something that's declining in value? So wouldn't you call this just an instrument to mop up ZWL liquidity, just like your NNCDs? Or just, it can't be a store of value when prices are down?
Not necessarily. It's because when people are going to the parallel market, they are going to look for foreign currency. US dollar, as you also aware, it's also faced with its difficulties due to geopolitical tensions in the whole world. So when you are providing the members of the public with an alternative, it's because we do genuinely believe that to them, it's an alternative for them not to go to the power market, number one. Number two, if it was so simple, what you've said, gold won't be called a reserve asset. And the likes of America with more than 8,000 tons of gold, it means they are holding both reserves and gold. Because gold is known to be a reserve asset. Yes, any asset by nature, it goes down and up its prices on a day-by-day basis, depending on the market situation. So yes, we are putting mainly for the people, because we've noticed that the store of final demand was quite high at this point. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
That one give the names of the agents that people can access or share and access.
They can access throughout all your commercial banks, all your banks, and including our OREX, and for the time being, our home link is also able to sell them for now. So today we display all the banks as agents and the forex and fidelity traders. Sorry, the home link. And we're also going to be talking to, we've received a number of inquiries from outside the country, from our foreign banks, who also want to work on our behalf to sell them outside the country. In fact, we've received a number of inquiries from outside the country. I'm not able to do so because so I can't share the names of the foreign banks. It's not advisable for now. I think the boss duties. I'm substitutes before the event.
One more question, Governor.
Yes, one can finish. One more, the last one. Yes. Your name again?
Chapua from Business City.
Thank you, Chapua.
Are we going to see in the long run gold coin market being made off the LPF and using a willing buyer, willing seller market depending on demand?
You are seeing, come again, the last part?
Are we going to see the gold coin market being wheeled off the LPF price so that it sets its price beyond the market value depending on demand?
No, I don't think so. What we are going to see is that we are going to continuously sell our gold coins at the willing buyer, willing seller during that day, and therefore we see a convergence of rates where they very high, they come down to ensure that because no one is foolish enough in this country who can go and buy a foreign currency at $600 when the rate is $450 or it's $441 today, because it does not make economic sense, and therefore we don't expect to see another rate being established by the gold coin. Thank you very much.
Then tomorrow don't say don't put some makawanda ku market kuti vanhu asate utsotsoka nawo.
Murikuona here zvichitsigisa rate yedu yemacoin muzvigovernment.
Tatoona kuti izvo kubva last week patakaita mitemo yekukwidza interest nemutemo wekuti ma-government suppliers ese anonge aita misikanzwa muno anovhara maaccounts avo zvatobata rate izvozvo zvatodzika. Saka yes, answer ndeyekuti chokwadi ma-gold coins achabata rate yedu kusakwira, nekuti afamunda akapusa anogona kotenga mari inodhura iyo ichiperi unless munhu eshe atopenga chete.
Ndinokwanisa here kunoshandisa gold coin rakunotenga kwatiri.
For now unogona kuzviita, asi change manje ndio inogogonesa TM for now. Asi tinga tatsema smaller denominations it will be able to be done that way. Asi anogona kotenga gas because iyo team anogona ma gold coins aya kuti ma US dollars ako change. Zvakangova vangorengana futhi zvakadaro.